Hi, I'm Judy Mollica with Friends of Delray, and I'm delighted to have Suzanne Boyd from the Delray Beach Downtown Authority. Suzanne, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
I know you've got some exciting stuff going on with the DDA.
We do.
And you're working super hard.
We
Tell
are.
me, I know you're launching a brand new website, or have you already launched it?
We already launched it, yes. We put, what I like to say is we pushed the red button on December 31st, 2025. I said I was not going into 2026 with this project. I wanted it to be, I birthed a baby on December 31st.
Off your plate.
It's
Wow.
off. Well, there's a lot of, stuff that's,
You tweak along the way.
Yeah, there's tweaking along the way. But yes, the website is out, downtowndelraybeach.com.
Okay.
And it is absolutely visually stunning, but there is a lot of stuff on the back end that also makes it a huge economic driver for our downtown.
How so?
Well, it's built on this proprietary mapping software. So this company I know. So it's all geographic, right? Everything is mapped.
Oh,
and,
I see.
and in a downtown, in a destination, that is very important, right? Because you want to connect everything, right? And so what happens now is if you pull up, let's say you pull up Delray Yacht Cruises, okay, in downtown Delray, which is one of our attractions in downtown Delray. It will show you the nearest place to eat, the nearest place to shop, the nearest place to park. And all that is automatically populated because everything is mapped on the site. All parking is mapped on the site. All shopping, all dining, all things to do is mapped. And so it connects everything.
That's tremendous.
This is an amazing company that they developed this software. We found them at the International Downtown Association, which is the IDA. It's our conference that we go to every year. And we put out an RFP. About 8 or 10 companies came back, and this company won because of what they can do and this special software that our website.
So I know the old, I'm not going to call it old because it's not that old, but the website that I've been using forever, how long has that been around?
Gosh, more than 10 years.
Serious?
So it was more than a decade that we've gone without a new website, which in the digital space, that's a long time.
Right?
I mean, a lot has
You're a
changed
dinosaur.
over the last
Right.
10 years, truly.
Right.
I mean, and it was really amazing when we launched that 10 years ago. I wasn't at the DDA at that time, but it was time. It was time. Our downtown has changed significantly in the last 10 years, and so we needed a refresh. And there's some other really cool things that this website can do, but the mapping technology is the thing that makes it really special.
So much of the website is connecting our visitors and our residents to come and spend money and promote our businesses. We need our businesses,
Yes.
and the businesses need us.
Yes.
So do you mind me asking, what does that cost?
Yeah, I can tell you what it costs. I mean, it's public record. We're a government organization.
Okay.
So the website build itself was about $27,000, which is relatively cheap in the modern website build age. Yeah, I mean, we had RFP bidding up to $60,000 for building a new website for us. So it's a $27,000 build, and then it's an $8,000 a year to buy the license. So we have to pay for the software every year. It's a licensing thing. And so it's a subscription service that allows us to keep everything up to date. So that's the cost. And I think it's very reasonable we get a lot of bang for our buck in this website.
So I believe that you guys are a public relations machine. You're good at a lot of things in my view, but public relations and getting the word about us at Delray out there is amazing. And it's not just through the website. What other avenues do you have?
Oh gosh. Okay. So, marketing, as many people know, marketing is a term that includes a lot of things these days, right? So from our perspective, we are the marketing agency for downtown and the city. And so we really are focused on getting people into our downtown, because the downtown is the gym, right? It's what Laura likes to say, it's the diamond on the ring. And so in order to do that, we do a ton of marketing. We We have public relations, which is getting it out to the news. So that's earned media, which we are in the news constantly. We have print marketing that we do, and those are all the signage you see downtown, all the things that we're handing out. We have calendars that we're handing out, and that's our print marketing. We have digital marketing, so we're running digital ads to promote not only our events, but tourism in downtown. And those dollars are mostly spent in the summer. Because as everyone knows, right now it is rocking and rolling in downtown Delray. And everyone's like, you don't need to market Delray. Delray is already on the map. Well, come back in June or July or August or September, and it is a very different town. You talk to any of our businesses, summer is slow and it's very difficult.
They still have to pay rent.
And they still have to pay those high rents on Atlantic Avenue. And so really the lion's share of our marketing dollars are going to the summer programming and getting people here during the summer. And we're already strategizing right now on what that digital marketing is going to look like, because it needs to hit next month, February, March, because that's when people are making decisions about where they're going in the summer. And so we're really focusing on how do we get people here in the summer and get foot traffic into our businesses. We do email marketing, which we have an email list of about 25,000 people. And that's the other thing about this new website is we've had probably 200 email signups since our new website launch, because we have a new thing on the website that easily allows people to sign up for our email newsletters. So email marketing is huge, right? We do the weekend roundup. It goes out every single week without fail. And it's a beautiful website that tells you all the things, or a beautiful email that tells you all the things happening in downtown Delray.
I use it all the time. It's like my calendar. What am I going to do this week?
Social media marketing. So that's a whole nother bucket, right? And so social media is another big thing that we are very focused on. We have built our social media following. We're now up to almost 200,000 followers across all of our channels, which is huge. And it is an organic and easy way to reach people.
It's cheap.
And it's cheap, right? Other than the people having to do it, which takes a lot.
Somebody's got to do that.
But yeah, so we do that. And we have a marketing team of 2 people at the DDA, even though we really think that we're all kind of marketing, even our events are marketing, right? But our true marketing team is 2 people. It's me and our marketing coordinator, Emily.
Do you sub some of that out?
We do. We sub out our public relations, and we sub out our creative, and we have a digital agency that runs our digital ads.
It's just too much for 2 people.
Oh yeah, it's not possible. But it is money well spent. If I encourage people to come to our board meetings. We do reports every single month on our marketing and the ROI on that, the return on investment. And you can see just, how important the marketing, the DDA is to our downtown and to our city.
Excellent. So in addition to marketing and your brand new website, I know that you man that information center right on Atlantic. That gets a lot of traffic, right?
It does, and it's getting a lot more traffic now. So our visitor information center is at the corner of Atlantic and A1A. It's right next to the new Pura Vida, which is across the street from the Beach Pavilion. And it is it's run by Shelly, who is our new visitor information center coordinator. She's awesome. Awesome.
Who was a volunteer, and now
she was a volunteer, and now she's managing all the volunteers.
Excellent.
But that visitor information center is 100% run by volunteers. So it is manned 9 to 5, 7 days a week by volunteers.
That's pretty nice.
These are people that are completely committed to our city and to our downtown.
I know a lot of volunteers. What I love about Delray Beach is so many people just have a heart for helping.
Yes.
But the people that you have are exceptional.
Yes, they're exceptional. And they're great. And the Visitor Information Center is great. I tell people all the time, people think, you have to be a tourist or a visitor to go into the Visitor Information Center. But if you look at the numbers, in the summer, it's all Delray Beach residents that are going to that center. They have family coming in town or grandkids and I don't know what to do with them. And so it's a great resource for our locals in addition to our out-of-town visitors who want to know, what do I do when I'm here in downtown?
I think everyone should stop in and say hi. It's pretty impressive.
At least thank the volunteers.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So another thing that your DDA does is advocate for all the businesses within that district. And I don't just mean advocate. You work hard for them. Not only getting people in the doors and getting them in the city, but I've seen like a new business trying to get started where Laura Simon is in the city trying to help them get through that process. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I mean, when you think about it, the DDA was founded on this principle of advocacy, all right? So 50 years ago, 50 some odd years ago, in the 70s, the DDA was founded by Laura's father, Roy Simon, and it was founded because the businesses on Atlantic Avenue wanted a voice at City Hall, right? And so they needed an organization that was their voice at City Hall. And so they went to the state and asked for a vote, that could they vote and create an organization that would allow them to pay part of their property taxes into this organization, and then they would have a voice at City Hall. And so, yes, I mean, that is a huge part of what the DDA does. It's why we were founded, and it's what we continue to do today. And Laura is, a huge advocate for our businesses. She is constantly getting phone calls from people saying, oh, I need help with this, or how do I do this, or who do I contact about this?
Because it is a confusing process.
It is.
And I wish we had someone at the city that helped do that, and I'm sure that they do a good job trying to connect, but Laura knows the ropes already.
Yes.
And she can help them.
Right. And so I think it's important, we are a downtown built on our small businesses. I mean, without them, we wouldn't have a downtown. And it's super important that they are economically viable, that they stay in business. We don't want huge vacancies on our main and main. We want our downtown to thrive. And we do that by supporting our businesses, by keeping them, by helping them start, and then helping them stay in business and making sure that they don't close. What can we do to support them? And so we're constantly having those conversations at the DDA about what can we do to support our businesses. In fact, all of our programs, and there has been some controversy over some of our economic development programs. They are our events. Everyone thinks like, oh, the DDA just throws events. We don't just throw events. These are strategic events that were created specifically to support our businesses. First Friday Art Walk was created because we have dozens of art galleries and cultural art centers in the downtown. And so we created First Friday Art Walk to help those businesses, to drive foot traffic into those businesses. Restaurant Month, Savor the Avenue. These are programs and events designed to help our businesses during the slow summer months. So every year in March, Savor the Avenue helps these restaurants that are going into what is the slowest season for them every single year. It is very difficult to get through summer for a lot of these businesses. So we have Savor the Avenue at the front end, and then Restaurant Month at the back end to help our restaurants.
I gained so much weight on Restaurant Month.
I know.
Because it's a really good deal to go to restaurants.
Deal.
Yeah,
I know. Our Mother's Day Orchid giveaway is for our retailers, right? So we give we encourage people to go out and shop. On the week of Mother's Day, and that is a strategic event that was created to prop up our retail shops. Shop Small, another strategic event that was, when people are going to be out shopping, and so we give them an incentive to do that. So all of these events were created for our businesses. And Art and Jazz on the Ave.
I was just going to say that Art and Jazz on the Ave is a lot of fun.
Right, and it introduces our residents and our locals and our visitors to maybe a neighborhood they haven't been to. So we started it on West Atlantic Avenue a few years back so that we could get people onto West Atlantic Avenue. Come and check out West Atlantic Avenue. And now West Atlantic Avenue is finally starting to get to see some businesses there.
Right.
You know, we just had Tropical Smokehouse, Troy's Barbecue Grooves, you know, Windy City out there. We have all of these businesses popping up on Fifth Avenue. The CRA is really, you know, building some or bringing in some tenants into their buildings. And so, you know, I think West Atlantic is going to be, now that Sunday Village is there, and that really is a good connector development for our East and West, and I think it's really going to take off.
Excellent. So I go to the Art and Jazz on the Ave, and I'll sit and have conversations with people. A lot of people that aren't from Delray are there.
Yeah.
So it brings people from elsewhere, which is, I mean, we can't survive. The business can't survive on just us.
Yeah.
The residents, we need more.
Right.
And so you guys do a great job bringing them in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, and that's, you know, that's what the DDA was. Art and Jazz started. If you remember, back in the late '80s, early '90s is when Art and Jazz started. And I remember coming in the '90s when I first moved here.
Were you just born?
I've been in Delray Beach for 27 years.
Wow.
I know. And I tell the story about how I ended up here, Judy. I was in the TV news business, and I moved over from Sarasota. I was dating a guy at the time, and he ended up becoming my husband, who ended up becoming my ex-husband.
Okay. All right. He's been through it.
But I ended up in Delray because I was going to be working at the CBS affiliate in West Palm Beach. He was working in Boca. I didn't know anything really about this area. I'm from the Tallahassee area. And he said, we'll move halfway between where you work and where I work. We'll move into this place called Delray Beach. So I moved here thinking it was halfway between Boca and West Palm. Well, I soon found out that he got the better end of the deal.
He did get the better end, yeah.
But that's how I landed in Delray Beach, and I never left, even though I had a 30-minute commute every single day to work.
Right.
And, you know, because I am passionate about this town, I love this town, and I know that everyone at the DDA feels the same way, and I know that you feel the same way, and everyone at the city feels the same way. We're passionate about Delray Beach, you know, and so that's really.
Well, I'm glad you landed here with your unfair commute. And I thank you for all you do for Delray and our city. Thank you very much.
Well, I love
and the
it.
DDA.
Yeah.
So excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for watching. I'm Judy Mollica with Friends of Delray. Please get engaged. Talk to your neighbors. Go to city meetings. And
go to DDA meetings.
Go to DDA meetings. And look for our next Friends of Delray videocast. Delray.